Hi and welcome to NoBB, where we build apps without using any black box components and study all the parts that make them work. Today we continue the Dragon Ball PFX series and focus on the Kamehameha visual effect. In the last episode we did the ball, and now we continue from there and do the wave. The main function now looks like this, but I'll tweak it a bit so that it supports two states. The code still does the same at the moment, but if we change to the wave state here, it's literally going back to the drawing board. So let's now make the source where the wave is coming from. We begin with a circle again, but we change the radius gradually as we're making the polygon. I found this function by trial and error. It's a cosine that is also raised to the second power and then scaled down a bit. We also use an angle offset here, which comes from changing the second slider. Now, I want the center of rotation to be here, so we need to translate it slightly, keeping in mind the direction and the radius. Now, depending on your trigonometry skills, this can seem a little daunting, but it's really more about trial and error at this stage than sitting down and doing the actual math. For instance, we can try another value here, and the shape changes slightly. But then we need a slightly different offset here for it to look proper. Now, these are polygons. They have points. And we can draw a zigzag line so that every odd point is from the first polygon and every even point is from the second one. To get this. And to make it jiggle a bit, we just randomize the location of each point slightly. Again, this can be confusing, but I think that if you start playing with such functions, you'll get the hang of it eventually. This function has hard-coded values here, and this is not really okay. I do it because it's hard to come up with variable names without going deeper in the mathematics and terminology, which is something I want to avoid in this video. Okay, we just need to use the draw glowing polygon function and we're done with the source. Now it works also if I scale or rotate. Looks a bit like hair as well. Anyway, let's move on and draw the path of the wave. To do this, we first find the target, a point in the given direction that is somewhere outside of the screen. Then we calculate 4 points, which are as far away from this segment as the ball radius. These form a rectangle that starts at the source and goes off screen. Now, I can draw it as a glowing polygon to get this, but we need to put it behind the source for a better effect. Now, the next and final step, I want to show you how we can get from this to that using masking. We draw a similar rectangle on top. The code is pretty much the same as before, except for this part where we use a linear gradient. It starts as transparent, then becomes white and stays opaque until here, where it changes to transparent again. That's it for the visual effects. There's a link to the source code in the description. There, you can toggle between the two states by clicking on the canvas. I hope you learned something from this. And if you can name 5 different things that you can do with these skills, let me know in the comments below and you'll get a shout out at the end of the Dragon Ball PFX series. Meanwhile, remember to like this video, subscribe, and press the bell button if you want to be notified when I post. Next episode, we'll learn how to program music in JavaScript. Radu, signing out.